Do you think you've seen everything about the World Cups? Wait until you know the images that appear in this video. Some of these photos were forgotten for decades. Others have recorded moments so rare that few people know they exist. Between legendary players, passionate fans, and astonishing scenes off the pitch, these images reveal a World Cup side that is almost never shown. But there is one photo in particular that appears later in this video. A picture so curious that many football fans do not believe it when they first see it. And the most impressive, it records a historical moment that changed the history of the Cups forever. Throughout this collection of 229 rare and vintage photos, you will travel through the past decades and discover hidden details, exciting expressions, unforgettable celebrations, and events that Moderna cameras would hardly be able to capture in the same way. Stay tuned, because some of these images hold secrets that only the most attentive observers can perceive. In certain cases, a small detail in the background of a photo tells a story as incredible as the one that happens in the foreground. And there's more. As we move forward, you'll see records of great football legends still at the beginning of their careers, relaxed moments between historical rivals, and scenes that help you understand how football became the most popular sport on the planet. What will be the most amazing photo of all? Keep watching until the end to discover the rarest images in this collection, and try to identify the historical details hidden in each of them. You may be surprised at what you will find. Few events can stop the entire planet, like the World Cup. Every 4 years, millions of people put aside their differences to share the same passion. Football. Since the first edition, held in 1930, the World Cup has become much more than a simple sports tournament. It has become a stage where entire nations dream, celebrate, and write unforgettable chapters in the history of sport. Over the decades, the world has witnessed exciting matches, spectacular goals, and moments that are forever etched in the memory of fans. Great teams built their legends, while extraordinary players turned into national heroes in front of the eyes of billions of spectators. Every World Cup tells a different story. Some were marked by incredible surprises, others by historical rivalries and memorable achievements. In each edition, new talents emerge, old legends say goodbye, and football shows its unique ability to unite people from different cultures, languages, and traditions. The Cups also reflect the evolution of the world itself. The old images reveal simpler stadiums, classic uniforms, and a different way of living football. Over the years, technology has advanced. Stadiums have modernized and the spectacle has become bigger and bigger, but the excitement remains exactly the same. For many fans, the World Cup is much more than a championship. It is a collection of memories that cross generations. These are families gathered in front of the television, decorated streets, unforgettable celebrations, and renewed hope with each new edition. By revisiting these historical images and moments, we are transported to different eras and can feel again the emotion that has made millions of people smile, cry, and believe in their dreams through football. Because the World Cup does not only tell the story of the champions, it tells the story of the passion of billions of people for the most beloved sport on the planet. When it comes to the World Cup, some teams stand out for having built true legends inside the lawns. Over the decades, extraordinary teams have delighted fans, won titles, and left marks that will never be forgotten. Brazil is undoubtedly one of the greatest powers in the history of world football. With a creative and offensive style of play, he revealed unforgettable stars and won more world titles than any other national team. Generations led by great stars have turned the yellow jersey into a symbol of excellence in football. Germany also wrote historic chapters in the World Cups. Known for its discipline, organization, and competitive spirit, the German national team was present in numerous decisions and starred in some of the most impressive campaigns ever seen in the tournament. Argentina has earned its place among the giants of football thanks to talented teams and epic-making players. Their memorable campaigns thrill fans and produce some of the most iconic moments in World Cup history. Italy is another team that has built a winning tradition. With their strong defense, tactical intelligence, and enormous decisiveness, the Italians have become one of the most respected forces in international football. But other selections have also left their mark. France has charmed the world with generations brimming with talent. Uruguay surprised by winning historic titles and showing its strength far beyond its size. Spain revolutionized the way they played football with a style based on possession, while the Netherlands became known for brilliant teams that influenced the sport even without winning as many titles as other powers. Each of these teams helped build the history of the World Cup. Its players, coaches, and fans turned matches into real spectacles and showed why football is able to unite people from all corners of the planet. And as new generations take the field, one question remains alive with each edition of the World Cup. Who will be the next team to write its name among the greatest legends in the history of world football? The World Cup has always been the stage where the greatest players on the planet showed their talent to billions of people. Over the decades, extraordinary players have turned matches into spectacles and left their names forever etched in football history. Among them is Pelé, considered by many to be the greatest player of all time. Still very young, he delighted the world with his skill, game vision, and impressive ability to score goals, becoming an eternal symbol of World Cups. Another unforgettable name is Diego Maradona. With extraordinary talent and striking personality, he led Argentina in one of the most memorable campaigns in history, starring in moments that continue to be remembered decades later. Football was also illuminated by the genius of Johan Cruyff. Although he never won a World Cup, his revolutionary style helped transform the way football was played and influenced generations of athletes and coaches. In the following decades, stars like Ronaldo Nazario showed the world the power of determination and talent. His goals and decisive performances made him one of the biggest stars to ever play in the tournament. France had in Zinedine Zidane a real maestro. With elegance and intelligence on the field, he led his national team in historic moments and became one of the most admired players of his generation. More recently, football has been marked by the rivalry between Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. For years, the two delighted fans with impressive numbers and performances that helped define an era of the sport. It is also impossible to forget names such as Franz Beckenbauer, Garrincha, Michel Platini, Romario, and Ronaldinho Gaucho, players who helped build the rich history of World Cups. Each generation had its heroes. Each cup revealed new talent. And each great player left unforgettable moments that continue to thrill fans around the world. Because the World Cups are not only remembered for the trophies raised, but also for the star players who turned football into art and made millions of people dream before each match. Throughout its history, the World Cup has traveled across different continents, bringing the passion for football to millions of people. Each host country has left its mark, showcasing its culture, its stadiums, and its unique way of celebrating the biggest sporting event on the planet. It all started in Uruguay, which hosted the first World Cup in history. The tournament marked the beginning of a tradition that would grow to become one of the most watched events in the world. In the following decades, countries such as Italy and France helped consolidate the competition and expand its international popularity. Football also found great stages in Switzerland, Sweden, and Chile, where fans lived unforgettable moments. England hosted the tournament in a historic edition, while Mexico became the first country to host the event twice, offering the world some of the most iconic imagery in football history. Germany, Argentina, and Spain also wrote important chapters in the tournament's trajectory. In more recent times, the World Cup has passed through new destinations, such as the United States, South Korea, and Japan, which held the first edition, hosted by two countries. The competition continued its journey through South Africa, becoming the first African nation to host the event, and returned to Brazil, one of the most passionate countries for football. Then Russia and Qatar showed the world new cultures and impressive scenarios for the tournament. Each host country has brought something special to the history of the World Cup. Some were marked by the grandiose stadiums, others by the celebration of their fans, or by the unforgettable games held on their lawns. More than hosting matches, these countries had the opportunity to show the world their identity, their culture, and their passion for football. And so, with each new edition, the World Cup continues its journey across the planet, connecting nations to the most popular sport on Earth. The World Cup is much more than goals, titles, and great players. Throughout its history, the tournament has accumulated incredible curiosities that many fans do not even imagine. Did you know that the first World Cup was held in 1930 and featured only 13 teams? At that time, travel was long and difficult, and many teams had to cross the ocean by ship to participate in the tournament. Another impressive curiosity is that Brazil is the only team that has participated in all editions of the World Cup. From the first tournament to the present day, the Brazilian national team has always been present, building one of the most victorious stories in world football. The Cups have also produced some of the largest zebras in the history of the sport. Teams considered favorites were eliminated unexpectedly, showing that in football, giants do not always come out winners. Over the decades, stadiums have also transformed. The first Cups were played in simple arenas when compared to the Moderna sports stages today. Today, some stadiums host tens of thousands of fans and utilize technologies that would have been unimaginable to fans of the past. Another curious fact is that several players went down in history at a very young age. Some became world champions before they even turned 20, surprising the world with talent and maturity on the pitch. But not all stories are about players. At various Cups, fans gained worldwide fame for their creative costumes, exciting celebrations, and displays of passion that eventually became symbols of the tournament. The official balls have also changed quite a bit over the years. From the leather models used in the first decades to the Moderna versions developed with high technology, each Cup presented a new evolution for the sport. And there's a curiosity that few know. Some historical matches were played under extreme conditions, with intense heat, heavy rain, and even lawns in difficult situations. Nevertheless, players and teams managed to create unforgettable moments. The World Cup was also the scene of impressive records. Some athletes played tournaments in different decades, while others marked their names with historical goals that continue to be remembered for generations. These curiosities show that the history of World Cups goes far beyond the results. Each edition contains amazing events, exciting stories, and fascinating details that help explain why this tournament is so special to billions of people around the planet. And the more we explore these stories, the more we discover that the World Cup is a veritable treasure trove of unforgettable moments, surprising curiosities, and memories that cross generations. And so we come to the end of this incredible journey through the history of World Cups. Throughout these images, we revisit moments that mark generations, meet great teams, remember legendary players, and discover curiosities that help build the greatest spectacle in world football. Every photograph we see today is much more than a simple record of the past. It holds emotions, dreams, achievements, and stories that remain alive in the memory of millions of fans around the planet. From the first cups played in historic stadiums to the most recent tournaments, football has shown its unique ability to unite people from different countries, cultures, and languages around the same passion. And now we want to hear from you. What was the most interesting photo in this video? What moment of the World Cup most marked your memory? Leave your opinion in the comments and share your memories with other football fans. If you enjoyed this trip through the past, do not forget to leave your like and subscribe to the channel to follow more videos full of stories, curiosities, and rare images that help preserve the memory of the sport. Thanks for watching so far. May the passion for football continue to inspire new generations, while the stories of the World Cups remain eternally alive through these unforgettable images. Until the next video,